is up, bros? This is the All Bros podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast in Funko Focus, we have a decent amount of new figures to talk about. Or not a decent...
Wow, we've been doing Funko Focus for how long? And you went back to how we used to do it?
You know what? Bite me, man.
Well, I'm just saying, we've literally been doing this since the new year.
I know, shut up. Anyway, what I meant to say was that we have a couple of super cool figures that we're going to talk about. And
That's
then
better.
In 4K Spotlight, we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman 1984. And then for our Through the Wall segment, we are going to be discussing the Suicide Squad trailer.
Yes.
Which came out today, as of the day we're recording. And it is so cool.
Very, very cool.
Anyway, and then for this week's headliner, we will be breaking down Freaky. Yeah, so this should be a really fun episode.
Might get a little freaky. Wink, wink.
Oh my gosh.
But,
No. You don't get it, but yourself on that. That was sad.
Oh, shit.
Freaking dumb. Anyway, before Rose makes another shitty joke, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Hello, my name is Brooker, and I want to talk to you about my fun horror podcast called Autopsy of a Horror Movie. Each week, I will talk about a different horror movie through one or two ways. Either a kill grade episode, where I come up with a cool rubric to grade the kills in each movie. I'll talk about the style, the method, and how impactful it was on me. At the end of the episode, I'll rank all the kills and tell you which ones are my favorite and which ones I thought sucked. I do also like to get a little academic with the movies and do more of what I call a horror review. I will talk about what was good, what was bad, what types of psychological fears the movie plays off of, and what I thought was the scariest part of the movie, while also throwing in some interpretation and wacky theories for the movie. You can find my podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts, and new episodes come out on Tuesdays. Also, if you're a YouTube fan, these episodes are made available 48 hours early on my YouTube channel at Autopsy of a Horror Movie. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BruckerHorror, or email me at bruckerhorror@gmail.com to let me know your thoughts and interpretations, or if you have a movie request you'd like for me to do. Please rate, review, and subscribe, and I hope you get to enjoy the show.
Alrighty, first up in Funko Focus, we had Funko Wonderous Con this past week, and they had a pretty decent number of new figures come out. Is the figure you are talking about part of the Wonderous Con?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, talk to us about that.
Okay, so with mine, just because I feel I watched this certain special probably a little too much as a kid, but it is the Three Musketeers Donald Duck. And when it came to like any Mickey short or movie, this was my go-to as a kid, because I don't know what it is, but I just love seeing Mickey, Donald, and Goofy as the Three Musketeers, and just always have a good time with this movie. Yeah, you would call this a movie, right? Isn't the Mickey Mouse and the Three Musketeers a movie?
I would say it's a movie. I
Okay.
actually watched this for the first time ever, like maybe 3 weeks ago.
What'd you think?
I actually really liked it.
Right? It's good. Yeah,
I
I
got
watched
some
it like a year or
judgmental-
so ago again, and loved it just the same.
Yeah, I got some judgmental looks when Brielle came in and saw that I was watching it. But I regret nothing. It was a really good movie. Super funny.
I can just imagine her walking past the TV. She's like, "Oh, for God's sake!" I really am married to a man-child.
Well, there's no doubt about that.
True.
Yeah. I think my favorite joke, because there was a lot of solid jokes in that movie. My favorite one is when we're talking about going to save Minnie, and then they're just like, yeah, and then Mickey's just like, or we'll die trying, and then they walk off, and then Donald like kind of like loses all like
He's like
enthusiasm, and he's like, no, he's like, wait, die?
Yeah, that's what. Oh man.
Have you watched that movie on Disney Plus by chance?
I want to say yeah. I think that's where I checked it out recently, but that was like probably almost a year ago now. I watched it a couple months after Disney Plus had first come out.
Okay. I don't know if this is just the movie or if I like zoned out or whatever. Did it feel like there was something skipped? Or is that just the movie? Because it felt like when Minnie got kidnapped, they just kind of showed up at the castle.
Oh, they do.
Okay, that's just the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That helps a lot.
Yeah, there's no like tension or anything or like a what's the word? Like struggle they have to go through to get to the actual castle. It's just like, nope, bam, we're here.
Yeah,
Let's go, Pete.
Dude, I like rewound it a couple times and it kept skipping, and I'm just like, did Disney like come back and edit this because there was like maybe something that they just don't want people to see, or like what was the deal? But no, knowing it's the movie makes a lot more sense, but also brings up a lot more questions.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, the Three Musketeers Donald is super cool.
It is, and for all you wanting to know, this will be a Amazon exclusive for the Funko Wondrous Con.
Nice. Do they have the Musketeer Goofy or Mickey?
I want to say Donald's the first one.
Ooh.
So I mean, they better follow suit with Mickey and Goofy. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't. That'd be really cool to have those three.
Cool. Those are three definitely.
Or even like or even if they had like a three, like kind of like the Avengers Assemble, like where they all kind of go together with their swords.
That would be actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
That'd be super cool. All right, so you got anything else to say on this figure?
No. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, but that's just because I don't collect Funko Pops anymore. Doesn't mean I love it nonetheless. But yeah.
So me, still collecting, felt like I got a big old punch to the nuts this week. With my Funko Focus, I'm going to be talking about the Immortal Hulk figure that's going to be coming out. I think it's up for pre-order on Amazon right now.
Can we put that as figures?
Figures?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot there was... Yeah, I was focusing more on the Immortal Hulk one.
Oh, okay.
But they have 3 new Hulk figures. 2 that I'm going to get. But, yeah, I freaking felt like I got punched in the nuts. Because they released an Immortal Hulk, and this one is super freaking badass. It has, like, Hulk with his gamma aura kind of surrounding him. It kind of looks like lightning, and it looks like he's holding a heart.
It does.
Yeah, so it's just, like, the creepiest looking Hulk.
But you love it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is my newest favorite figure. I don't even have it yet, and this is my favorite figure. I cannot wait to see this in person.
You know what? I can understand why. But
one thing that aggravates the shit out of me, though, I feel like I'm gonna have to order like 6 of them just so I can get the chase.
The chase.
I want the chase so bad. So the chase is a glow in the dark, and it's just like the aura and some of the heart that glows. But it's so cool.
Wasn't there one that was a Target exclusive? I swear there was.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a Blacklight Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is the only Blacklight figure that they're doing that's going to be 10 inches.
Shit.
Yeah. So if they release a normal sized one and a 10-inch, I might cry.
I mean, dude, it's Funko, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. But I'm getting that damn 10-inch.
You getting those damn 10 inches?
I'm getting those damn 10 inches. I think that would be really cool for just like when I eventually move into my own space, making that part of my Hulk wall where it's like the 10-inch Ragnarok and then the 10-inch Blacklight on the other side. With
that'd be
other Hulks in the
super
middle.
dope.
Yeah, I have a vision.
I have a dream. I have a dream.
Yes, I absolutely have a dream. And it is going to look bad ass. Dude, when I don't have to worry about like how much space I take up in a room anymore, oh my gosh.
Fair enough.
I'm going to turn into Star-Lord. Like, I'm going to build some weird shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my Hulk wall is going to be like my baby.
Oh, yeah, because forget Iris, apparently, guys.
No, she's like my real baby. Like,
oh, okay. These are just my plastic daughters.
No. It's... I only get so much credit for Iris. Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm only given so much credit. Even though I feel she looks just like me.
Oh, dude, she's the spitting image of you. It's insane.
Yeah, but apparently I only put in some very minimal effort into conceiving her, which I think is unfair in itself. I think I did a really good job.
Yeah, no, I say you did.
Yeah, I feel like I brought my A game.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But once again, I only get so much credit. I was not the one that carried her for 9 months. So having something that I actually worked on and no one can say that, hey, you didn't put in that much effort, when I know damn well that I did. But that is besides the point. But yeah, that's going to be my baby. That display is going to... I'm going to just go hog wild with that display. It is going to be a sight to behold. Like, it's going to make my the Hulk shelf that I built look like shit.
Damn, bro.
Dude,
you gotta be so mean on yourself.
Like, I have a... Dude, okay, so I want you to picture this. I already have, like, an idea of what I want to do. And if this Blacklight figure is 10 inches, I'm going to, like, shit myself with joy. So, it's going to be, like, the Thor Ragnarok Hulk on one side, 10-inch Blacklight Hulk on the other. In the center, and it's kind of going to grow outwards. But in the center, it's going to be exactly what my the Hulk shelf looked like with the stones.
Oh, so it's going to be the Infinity Gauntlet Hulk?
Yes. So that's going to be like the center. And then like outwards it's going to be the rest of the pieces, but then outside of those, it's going to branch off even more, and then like connect all of them together.
Okay, that's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a centerpiece, and then just kind of work downwards a little bit, kind of go off, like spread off to the sides, and then work the way up. It's gonna be a freaking masterpiece when I'm done with it. It is going to be bitchin'.
I look forward to seeing it.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to build this.
Oh shit.
I haven't drawn up the plans for it yet, but just wait, because I'm going to make sure that it has like room for others, room to grow, because obviously they're not going to be done making Hulk figures, especially since I'm such a freaking whore when it comes to Hulk.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you really are.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to show off what my vision is. And then all my other pop figures are just going to be put up on the normal shelves.
F those things. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my figure. We will be posting about these on the day that this comes out, so head over to our Instagram or Twitter to see these. Or Facebook, too, if you want. Just search at the Allbros. All of those. Do it. Please.
Do it now. That was the worst Schwarzenegger impression ever.
That was pretty bad.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Anywho.
Yeah, moving on over to 4K Spotlight. Rose, you want to take this one?
I would love to. So, this Tuesday, which is March 30th, right? I want to say.
Yes.
So, Tuesday, March 30th, Wonder Woman 1984 will be coming to Blu-ray and 4K. It's going to have technically 3 exclusives. The first one being a Target exclusive. It looks like it's just a slipcover. And I mean, I don't know. It's cool and it's really eye-popping. It's like Wonder Woman blasting off in her gold attire, and then like WW84 like really promptly in the background. And then after that one, there will be a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. No shocker there. That has Wonder Woman kneeling down in her golden attire, and then on the back it has the W, and then on the inside it's when Cheetah catches the lasso of truth when they're in that, what was it, a museum, right?
Oh, no, they were in the White House.
Oh yeah, White House.
Wait, is this before she transformed or after?
This is before she transforms.
Okay, then yeah, that one was in the White House.
Okay. So that's the inside artwork. I actually did pre-order this steelbook. I feel it's not going to sell out just because a lot of people did not like Wonder Woman 84. And they usually mass produce DC steelbooks, so if you guys want probably either of the Best Buy or Target exclusives, you really shouldn't have any problem getting them, I feel, if you go within the first week. But then the other I'm pretty sure this is exclusive because I only ever see these releases at Best Buy, but it's the 3D version of Wonder Woman 84. So, yeah, I can't believe that they're still releasing 3D Blu-rays. Who would have known? Or who would have thought?
So, wait, does that mean the movie's in 3D or just the...
No, the movie's in 3D.
Image?
The movie's in 3D. Yeah.
Oh. Do they give you, like, glasses to wear?
No, you have to have, like, the 3D TV and, like, those special 3D glasses that you had to buy that were, like, hundreds of dollars, and you have to have a Blu-ray 3D player, and, yeah. So.
Lame.
I mean,
I feel like...
I always wanted to try it, but I never did.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to try it. It's just like purchasing that is kind of...
It's a big investment.
It is a huge investment. I think something that they could begin doing, and because I feel like it's I wouldn't say like completely accessible, but just slightly more accessible, is have a Blu-ray feature with like an Oculus Quest, so like a VR headset, and then that way you can do VR in that.
That would actually be pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be really cool. I've actually played around with the idea of getting a VR headset to try and do a movie theater experience.
Okay.
So I like the way that I would do it would be like wear the headset but have the surround sound. And so like if you were to come into the room and look at me, it'd just be like me sitting in like a couch or whatever watching, or like with a VR headset on with the surround sound, so you'd be able to hear the movie but you couldn't see it.
Okay.
If I was going with like the more
Actually.
personal route, if I was trying to put on a show for everyone, I'd probably just do a projector.
Yeah, I say that's a good call.
Yeah. But seeing as I am not very social and don't have a whole lot of friends, and Briella's not super interested in the movies that I'm interested in, I think the VR headset is going to be a decent investment.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to break that to you, buddy.
It's fine, I've accepted it.
Lonely, I'm so... Oh, shit.
Anyway, moving on over to Through the Wall, we got a new trailer for The Suicide Squad.
Yes, finally. After just having those, like, what was it, like, come-to-life character posters that we had last summer.
Oh my gosh, this movie looks insane.
This looks so much better.
This looks so much better. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I honestly am too. The one problem I have with this trailer, there wasn't enough Captain Boomerang, but that's also due to the fact that I don't even think he was in this damn trailer.
No, he was.
Okay, well, he didn't talk.
That is true. He did not talk.
Yeah.
But he was in the trailer.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think this movie's going to focus a lot around Idris Elba's character, Pacemaker,
totally okay with.
whatever, the Polka Dot Man, Harley, probably King Shark.
Yeah, can we just talk about that they announced that Sylvester Stallone will be voicing King Shark?
No shit.
Yeah, oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Yeah,
I saw Sylvester Stallone's name. I didn't see who he was voicing.
Oh yeah, he's voicing King Shark.
I need to watch that trailer, because didn't he talk?
He did. So you can kind of hear his voice a little bit, but they actually had to, like after the trailer came out, they had to be like, oh, if you recognize that voice a little bit, heads up, Sylvester Stallone will be voicing King Shark. So they actually had to point it out to people because it really wasn't that clear. So,
dude, is Sylvester Stallone like a really good voice actor?
Apparently.
That's wild. Gosh, I need to go back and listen to it, because I feel like he said a couple things.
The only thing I remember is the whole Finn thing. Or was it Hand?
Hand.
Oh yeah, it was Hand, not Finn, sorry.
Yeah, and then he said something when he was eating that one dude, which, holy shit.
Oh yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this movie looks crazy action-packed. I freaking love the humor that we've seen in it so far.
Fantastic.
the way that the Suicide Squad people are just like all hyped up, and they're like on a mission to rescue Harley, and Harley's just like, "Hey, what you doing?"
They're trying to rescue you. That's what's doing. I just, I was like, oh, I can go back in, and you guys can actually go through this mission. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited for this, and I can't believe that I get to watch this at home.
I think I probably am going to go see this in theaters, honestly. For
We'll
James
see.
Gunn. I'm going to do it. For James Gunn.
I feel like we're pushing like very hard with different forms of media. Like you're pushing really hard for like the physical media and the movie theaters to stay open, and I'm like pushing real hard for at-home streaming.
You know, let's do a test, shall we? Why don't I stop sending you digital codes, and let's see if you do change your mind. We'll get back to you guys in a couple of months. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, like I'm incapable of buying movies for myself.
Yeah, but are you really gonna shell out the $20?
Freaking fight me, Rose.
I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
Like you have no idea how happy I am to give you the digital codes. Like I'm grateful that they actually get used, because they would have just gone to waste if I don't give them to you. But I really do wonder that if I didn't give them to you for every new release that we review, would you actually go out and buy that movie?
I probably wouldn't buy it, but I would rent it.
Okay.
I've done that before. With some other movies that have been suggested to me. Actually, Jason from Shit Happens When You Party Naked, he wanted us to watch Big Trouble in Little China, and I actually went and rented it. We still have to talk about it. Who knows when that's going to happen, Jason?
I was going to say, yeah, I'm kind of glad that you went and bought it, because there's no version of that movie that you can get right now that comes with a digital copy. So, yeah.
Super good movie. I'm like super pumped to watch or to talk about it. But yeah, he gave me a list of other movies I need to watch. I still need to watch Better Off Dead. Like another movie that's super hard to find anywhere. But I'm probably going to... It's been on my list for a while, and I'm probably going to end up watching it this weekend.
All right. I like it. I don't know what I'll watch this weekend. Now I'll find something. Anyway, sorry, getting back on topic. The Suicide Squad.
Excitement level.
I think... as much as like I love what we saw, I want to see a little more. So I probably say I'm at a 9.
A 9?
Yeah,
that's pretty generous. I'm a little lower, barely. I'm like a really strong 8.
All right.
Like I'm excited. I'm super pumped. It's just I need like you said, I need a bit more.
Yeah.
I think it had this
Guy
had
Courtney
just
to
like,
talk.
Yeah,
Just
I think
saying.
had this had a little bit more story to it, just a tad more.
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
I would have been up to a 9.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Yeah, but I'm not like biting at the bit, like ready to freaking pounce on this movie as soon as it comes out. Even though I'm probably going to end up being that way anyway.
I'm just grateful that they brought back Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, because talk about perfect casting.
No joke. I'm just glad that they decided not to retcon everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Did you hear what David Ayer said about his cut of Suicide Squad?
No one wants to watch your cut of Suicide Squad, David Ayer.
He added something. I think actually he just came out and said it today. So he said, if we were to do an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, it would need to be released after James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, because if we release it before, that's just like a slap to the face to him. And it's just like, no, that way we can like make sure that we get the bad taste of that Suicide Squad out of our mouths for the actual good version.
Yeah, shut up, David Ayer. There's no good version of the Suicide Squad.
No, it's just Suicide Squad. It's not the Suicide Squad.
Oh, whatever.
Come on, man.
There's no good version of Suicide Squad that came from David Ayer. Freaking screw you, man.
But not like, we're not to the point of like screw you as much as we are with James Cameron. So
no, James.
We
Cameron
still kind of like you.
Go jump off a cliff.
Yeah, head first
with his stupid little ponytail.
Yep. Oh, he has a ponytail now?
No, that's just an Avatar thing.
Oh, sorry. I thought he actually grew his hair out. I was like, really? Oh.
No, he would. I feel like
take your tail, stick it in your ass, and jump off a cliff.
Oh, shit. Anyway, super excited for the trailer. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out.
Yeah, it's wild, but it's awesome.
Yeah. All right, but that's everything we got in news, so let's move on to this week's headliner.
Let's do it.
This week's headliner, we are going to be breaking down Freaky. And if you guys have not seen this movie, please go check it out.
Yes.
It is so much fun.
Yes. Very much so. Good show.
Yeah. And we're about to spoil the entire damn thing, so.
Yeah, if you don't want a decent twist room, well, yeah, I'm going to shut up now. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Caleb, shut me up.
Yeah. Anyway,
if
you guys,
anyway,
if you guys are not familiar with our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually grade to come to a final all bros letter grade. So the 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, which for this being a horror movie, horror/thriller, we're going to be talking about the logic. So just the logic that they set up in this universe and whether or not they followed that logic. Then we're going to be talking about effects, music, costumes, and then at the end give it our own personal grade. And then all of those averaged out give us our letter grade. Yeah, so without further ado, spoiler alerts ahead. Rose is going to ruin the entire damn movie for you if you have not seen it. So you have been warned. Rose, take it away.
All right, so 4 teenagers are brutally murdered by a serial killer known as the Blissfield Butcher, who then steals an ancient dagger known as La Dola. The next day, bullied high school student Millie Kessler attends the Blissfield Valley High School homecoming football game, where she performs as the school mascot. As Millie waits for a ride home near the now empty school, the Butcher attacks her. He stabs Millie in the shoulder with La Dola, causing an identical wound to instantly appear on his shoulder. Millie's older sister Charlene, a police officer, arrives and scares off the Butcher. The police collect La Dola as evidence and initiate a manhunt for the Butcher. The following morning, the Butcher and Millie discover that they have switched bodies, and they both make their way to Blissfield Valley High School. At school, the butcher, now posing as Millie, kills Millie's chief tormentor, Ryler, by locking her in a cryotherapy tank in the girls' locker room. I want to point this out. Is that standard in, like, all schools?
To have a cryotherapy chamber?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Okay. Because I know I ain't a chick, but I don't think AF High had that shit.
Nope. Like,
Oh,
where
you
the
would
hell
know? Oh,
even
you would
was
know.
that? It looked like it was. It didn't even like look like it was. It fit in.
It didn't.
Like, it looked like it was in a boiler room.
Yeah, it kind of did a little bit.
So that felt just a little out of place. It was a dope kill. Like, don't get me
that was
wrong,
an awesome
super
death.
dope kill. Another thing I wanted to touch upon real quick, when the opening sequence when he killed the first 4 teenagers, I loved the nods to Friday the 13th and Halloween.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
just the way, like, he, like, honestly, like, sometimes I'm like, damn, Jason Voorhees ain't got nothing. Oh, wait, no, Michael Myers ain't got nothing on this guy. Shit.
Yeah, it was super cool because he was wearing a mask, but it looked like a hockey mask. So that was the nod to Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. And then there, like, a lot of the ways that he moved around, very Michael Myers-like.
Yeah. Yeah, Vince Vaughn did a great job with those physical scenes. I mean,
Oh
I don't
my
know if that
gosh,
really was
so
Vince
good.
Vaughn. I hope it was.
Yeah. He did so good. My, like, the favorite one is when he, like, threw the spear at the last chick and missed, and then like later she's running away and he grabs her and slams her against the spear, so
Yeah,
she's stuck
it's like-
up on the wall, and the way he comes and like looks at her and then just tilts his head exactly
Yeah, I
like
was like, oh,
Michael. I'm like,
Myers.
like, this is so cool.
Dude, that tennis racket kill was insane.
Oh, that was wild.
Like, damn.
Dude, I was laughing the entire time. I'm just like, this movie's going to be epic.
Dude,
It
like
was so good.
The one where with the champagne bottle down the throat, I started being like, ugh. Okay, I don't know why, but that one felt like a little too much for me. Maybe it's just because, like, watching, like, the lump start to come out the throat, like, look, I don't know. I guess that was too much for me, which makes no sense. Because,
yeah,
honestly, with every horror movie, I feel like it's
that one was a bit rough.
Yeah,
that one was
like,
definitely a bit rough. It kind of reminded me of the Banana Splits movie, with because they have the kill with the lollipop where it's like in his throat, but it's like super exaggerated. I think just the subtleties of that one, yeah, that was a bit much. I was just like, well,
okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
But there was a lot of like really good scenes from that. Like, I really liked how they didn't do like the classic trope of like him opening the wardrobe and her being like in there and just like doing the classic like scream. She had like a secret little area to hide in.
Yeah,
which, you dumb bitch, why didn't you just stay there?
Yeah, but also, like, when that happened, I'm just like, okay, what the hell? Is this turning into the Chronicles of Narnia now?
Dude, that's what I thought too.
It's like, okay, yeah, I didn't see that coming. So, I mean, kudos to you guys, I guess, but...
Super cool, though. Super cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Anyway, continue.
Alright, so at school, the butcher, now posing as Millie, kills Millie's chief torment... Oh, wait, no, I already read that, sorry. He realizes his innocent appearance grants him immunity from suspicion and murders woodshop teacher Mr. Bernardi, another one of Millie's tormentors, with a table saw.
Dude, he was a bitch.
Yeah, he was an absolute dick. He got what was coming to him.
Straight up. And I want to know what the hell kind of wood shop is. What? There was so much shit that was wrong with that damn wood shop.
Yeah.
Like, this is okay. Just because like woodworking is a hobby of mine, the layout pissed me off. Like right next to the opening of the classroom, they have a planer. A planer is something that you do to take off like layers of wood and just it's like a thickness planer, so you're making the wood thinner.
Okay.
So you have like whatever size piece of wood and you need to be running it through the side, but the way that it was set up, it was going straight into a wall. So why is the planer against a wall? Why was the saw connected to a freaking string?
Yeah.
That I wouldn't even classify that shit as a table saw because it didn't it wasn't like it was huge. Like that's the type of saw that you use for like milling.
Hey, you gotta
like
make sure
full
they can cut someone in half.
Yeah, and like also on top of that, the table. Like, what kind of wood shop is that dude running? Absolute horseshit. Absolute horseshit.
Oh man.
I'll say this: I did not dock for my personal grievances with the wood shop.
Okay.
So you guys are welcome. But it did piss me
shocked
off.
He didn't.
It did aggravate the living shit out of me.
All right. Millie, now in the butchered body, finds her best friends, Nyla and Josh, and proves her identity to them by performing the school mascot's dance routine and answering a series of personal questions. Nyla and Josh research Ladola and discover that Millie must stab the butcher with the dagger by midnight or else the body switch will be permanent. Later that afternoon, the butcher lures Millie's crush Booker into a monster mini-golf course to kill him, but Millie, Nyla, and Josh arrive just in time to save him. Millie knocks both the butcher and Booker unconscious, and she and her friends bring the two to Josh's house. After tying the butcher to a chair, Millie and Nyla try to explain the situation to Booker, who remains unconvinced until Millie recites a love poem she anonymously wrote to him weeks earlier. Josh watches over the butcher while Millie, Nyla, and Booker drive to the police station to obtain Ladola. Nyla tricks Charlene, the last officer in the station, into leaving so she can steal the dagger. Waiting outside in the car, Booker reveals that he has always liked Millie, and Millie divulges how she enjoys the newfound strength and confidence she feels while in the butcher's body, and they kiss.
In the butcher's body. I hope everyone caught that.
Vince Vaughn kissed I don't know how old this guy was, this kid.
Okay, we don't know if they actually kissed because it wasn't like on screen.
Okay, so let's say it's a stage kiss.
It is a stage kiss.
Yeah.
But they kissed nonetheless.
And
it was gross.
Kudos to the director for talking Vince Vaughn and the kids into doing a stage kiss to making them okay for this being on tape.
I want to know what in the hell happened in that kid's life that seemed like a romantic thing to do. What?
Yeah, he was getting very comfortable with Vince Vaughn. I was like, damn kid, you got some good acting chops, 'cause wow.
Yeah, and that is very much reflected in the acting score.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Dude, as soon as they were like in the car together and having like the heart to heart, I was like, okay, this is sweet. And then he's like, hey, can I get in the back? I'm like, no, they will not. Like, this movie does not have the balls to pull or to do that. Like, to pull off a kiss with with Vince Vaughn. And sure as hell, that is exactly what they do.
Yep.
It did make me respect this movie a whole lot more, though.
Yeah, me too.
I was just like, shit, all right. Like, I guess there's nothing off the table for this freaking movie.
Yeah, exactly. All right. The butcher eventually escapes Josh's house, and Charlene catches Nyla stealing La Dola. Still in the car, Millie sees the butcher enter the police station and runs in after him, but Charlene tries to detain her, unaware of the situation. Millie overpowers Charlene and locks her in a jail cell while the butcher escapes in a police car. At the Blissfield Valley High School homecoming dance, the butcher kills 4 football players after 3 of them attempt to rape him, thinking he is Millie, and another forcibly kisses Josh. Oh, dude, like, I was cheering that death scene. All those jocks deserve that so badly. I was like, yeah. Can you kill him twice?
Yeah, straight up. Dude, so she freaking, like, she takes a bottle, cracks it over one dude's head, slashes the other dude's throat, and then like stabs
chainsaw to the nuts.
Another one. Yeah, and then chainsaw to the nuts. Like, how satisfying. That was so good.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That was so good.
It's like, okay, that's like the only deaths I can excuse here. That it makes the most sense. Like, they deserved it, assholes.
It's like, at that point, you're just like, is he really that bad?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, as midnight approaches, Millie finds the butcher and both Nyla and Josh hold him down while Booker staves off the police. Millie stabs the butcher with La Dola and they switch back to their own bodies just as the police shoot down the butcher. Later, Millie and Booker reunite and they kiss again. After faking his death in an ambulance, the butcher follows Millie home and attacks her, mocking her physical weakness and anxiety. Millie, Charlene, and their mother struggle to overpower the butcher, but Millie finally kills him by impaling him with a broken table leg. I mentioned this to Caleb after we both watched the movie. The whole, like, ending with, like, him faking his death, I actually thought that was, like, her having a nightmare about that. Like, just, like, oh, like, she thought that he actually lived, but I don't know. I feel it would have been better if, like, no, he actually did die in the ambulance. I don't think he should have faked his death. That's kind of...
Yeah.
That was kind of like a nitpick.
I think what they were trying to share with us was that Millie did have a sense of empowerment after being the butcher, or being stuck in the butcher's body, having that sense of strength and everything. And
okay.
I think that's just what they were trying to show us, but I think where they went wrong is they could have shown us that when she was in school. I don't think they needed to show her being like a complete and utter badass and killing the butcher with a freaking chair or whatever the hell.
I mean, it was a cool death, but
it was a super cool death. And I was on the same team as the sister, being like, good lord.
Yeah, right?
Like, a little over the top, but whatever. But yeah, I think they could have gone about that in a completely different way. Maybe shown it more at school. Her standing up for herself. And I don't know. I think they just could have played it a little bit differently, and I think it would have fit in a bit better. The ending just felt very out of place. Almost like that was supposed to be the finale.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it was just like the movie came to a climax, ended, and then tried bringing it back up a little bit and then ending, and that's where I'm like, like,
Yeah,
just,
you lost me there.
yeah, like, let the movie climax, bring it down in tone, and then just ride that plateau. Like, you don't need to try giving us another high.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think that's where the story kind of suffered a lot for me.
No, I agree. I honestly had very few problems with the story up until that point.
Yeah.
That's what just ruined it.
But overall, so we ended up scoring story at 86. So it was a really good story. I think above average. Definitely above average. I think the flow of the movie was really good. There were some points that I feel could have been done a little bit better, but it was honestly just the ending that killed it for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But honestly, when they introduced, because I don't think I actually ever saw the trailer for this movie, so like I really only knew that they swapped bodies, but I didn't know how they did it. So when they brought in like the fact like, oh, like he found this voodoo knife at this one house. That's how they switch bodies. I'm like, okay, I didn't know if it was gonna work for me, but it absolutely did.
I think it worked better than a lot of other body swap movies.
I can definitely agree with that.
Like, I was thinking back to Freaky Friday, and they just made a wish at the same time?
It was a fortune cookie.
Okay, yeah, a fortune cookie. Big freaking whoop. Like, that doesn't seem like...
I don't bash on Freaky Friday.
I'm not bashing on it. I'm
I
just
know,
bashing
I'm just
on the ending. Or, like, the way that
okay, that's fair.
Not the ending. I'm bashing on the way that the transformation or the swap happened. This made a lot more sense in the way that it's Incan ritual magic.
Yeah.
And, like, they made it that it had a historical precedent for swapping souls. So that makes a lot more sense to me than like some magic like lightning striking or whatever and swapping their consciousness.
Like the fortune cookie said, a journey soon begins, its prize reflected in another's eyes. When what you see is what you lack, then selfless love will change you back.
Yeah. So I think that makes a lot less sense than this movie. This movie, I actually really appreciated what they did with the body swap.
No, it actually was really good. Just I love the fact when the butcher first wakes up in Millie's body, and it's just the way that I don't know. Just this is more acting, so I'll save it for that. But
okay. But yeah, I think honestly that's our biggest complaint, the ending. The ending, I think they could have taken a completely different route, and I honestly, if they would have made that adjustment, I would have put this more in the 90 range.
oh, absolutely, hands down. It sucks how much an ending can ruin such a good build-up.
Right?
Yeah, it really sucks.
All right, moving on over to writing. We ended up scoring that exactly the same, 86.
Everything that was written for the character Joshua, her guy best friend, was pure gold.
Oh my gosh, like so freaking good. So Joshua was the it's her gay friend.
Yeah, her gay best friend.
Her gay best friend, and yeah, I agree. Everything that came out of his mouth was perfect. So when Millie was trying to reveal herself or in the butcher's body and try to approach her friends, her other friend, what was her other friend's name?
Nyla, I think.
Nyla. Yeah, so Nyla is a black girl, and so they're like running down this hallway, and Joshua is like screaming. He's just like, "I'm gay. You're black. We're so dead." Like,
yeah, I died.
Oh my god! And then they had the butcher in Millie's body tied up, and Josh was told to watch and make sure that he didn't escape. And so his mom comes home a little earlier than he was planning, and she's asking all these questions like, "Hey, why why is Millie tied up?" And he's like, "Oh, we're role playing." And she's just like, "Oh, okay." She doesn't seem super into this, and Millie's like in the back freaking out, and she's just like, "So, and isn't role playing like a sex thing?" And he's like, "Yes, it is, Mom. I didn't know how I was going to come out and tell you, but I'm straight." And she's just like, "Okay, first off, no."
She's like, Joshua, you are many things, but straight is not one of them.
I loved that so much.
Dude, honestly, like, both of those are great, but I still think my favorite one, like, I knew that we were in a treat for this character, was when they're him and Nyla are picking up Millie, and I forget the guy's name, but he's just like, "Oh my gosh, Mr. So-and-so, I love your black wiener." Do you remember?
And for those of you who haven't seen the movie, he was holding up a black or a little
black wiener dog.
Yeah.
I should have actually said that. Sorry about that, guys. But so freaking fun. Oh, I love it so much.
He was a treat in this movie.
Oh, very much.
He was so much fun, and I think he was a majority of the comedic relief.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and Vince Vaughn, or Millie in Vince Vaughn's body.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was just so much fun. There was very few writing issues. Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, the bullies. So, like, the people that were bullying Millie, like, there's this one dude that gets in her face and tries, like, barking.
Yeah, that was...
scares the shit, scares her, and then he's just like, whoa! Like, just over the top. And I feel like the other bullies in her life were a bit... they were just a bit much. I think they were just overwritten. Either overwritten or overacted.
I don't really know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but it's just they were a bit much. So, I mean, it was still enjoyable. Everything was still enjoyable. It's just I feel like that they are what brought it down for me. And the jocks too. The jocks were not written well.
Yeah, they honestly were just stereotypes. Straight up.
So, like we said, writing is getting an 86. Moving on over to acting. So I don't know who you graded. I focused mostly on Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton.
Yep.
Catherine Newton played Millie / the Butcher, and Vince Vaughn played the Butcher / Millie.
Yep.
And then I put all the extras, like her friends and everyone else, in kind of their own category. And they're honestly, I feel, what brought it down the most. Because Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn, holy shit.
Yeah, like, I enjoyed Vince Vaughn playing a teenage girl as much as I enjoyed Jack Black playing a teenage girl. Both brought their A game to these kind of performances.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Absolutely. So freaking good. So good. I honestly, I think I gave I think I gave them both 100.
Yeah,
And
no,
then what
I
brought
did
it
too.
down was the extras.
Speaking of Catherine Newton, and this is like honestly just like her doing kind of like method acting, is when she first when she's the butcher and realizes that she's in Millie's body, just like her like reacting to like her surroundings. She's not saying anything. Her eye movements, the like when she like first sees like a butcher knife and like she's like looking at herself in it, like it's just like these little moments that I'm just like, damn, this is like you're not saying anything, but like the facial reactions you're giving, your movements are freaking amazing.
Yeah, so freaking good. And then, like, the first interaction that we, like, the first true interaction that we get to see with her is, like, so obviously after she kills the woodshop teacher, which, prick.
Yeah.
She goes out into the hallway and then runs into Millie and the butcher, and you think shit's about to go down. Like, they're about, like, about ready to get into it. And then it's hard to explain. The butcher in Millie's body just screams, and she's like, "Oh my god!" like freaking out. And then Millie in the butcher's body is just like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then they have to end up running, and I loved that scene so much because you were expecting shit to like go down.
You did, honestly. You really did.
And then you see like the butcher just go like crazy with screaming, and I was just like, kudos.
Yeah, he
Kudos.
He definitely played with his advantages being in that body.
Straight up.
Or being a teenage girl.
I freaking loved him bitching about his body.
That was so funny.
Yeah, so he tries attacking the woodshop teacher, but the woodshop teacher like bushwhacks him because he's in a little feminine body. And the anytime he like tries to jump and like gets attacked, he's just like, this body's effing useless.
Oh man.
And then it's like the complete opposite with Millie being in the butcher's body. Like she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so strong.
Oh man.
There was one scene that like when she pushed Nyla out of the way in the kitchen and she kind of like hit her back on like a table or something.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
that was going to
ooh.
be a bigger deal.
I thought so too, but she just bounced right back up.
Yeah, I was going to think like, oh shit, did she just like hurt her friend? But no, she ended up being fine.
Like, I'm sorry, I would need to see a chiropractor after that shit.
Yeah. I've needed to see a chiropractor for a lot less.
I mean, I need to go see a chiropractor. Will I? Probably not. When it becomes a true problem, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. I'm referring to Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. They brought their A game, and I've seen Vince Vaughn before, and I feel like it's very much Vince Vaughn. Like, I feel like that's kind of been the trope. It's just like Vince Vaughn plays Vince Vaughn.
He gets too much hate, in my opinion.
He does. And after seeing this, he has some major acting chops.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So freaking good. And I hope we see him in more horror.
Oh yeah, I hope so too. Because yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Vince Vaughn in a film, and I was very happy to see him back.
Yeah. So, like we said, acting is 93, and honestly, the only reason that it's that low is because of the extras.
Yeah. I mean, Nyla and Josh I feel they were just like a step below Vince and Catherine. I feel for the most part, especially Josh, I feel he brought his game a little bit more than Nyla. But yeah, it's just some of the other extras that really brought it down.
Yeah, like I
Like you
thought
said,
the
the
mom
jocks,
kind
stuff like that.
the mom and the sister, I feel, brought it down a bit.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, moving on over to character development, which, like we said earlier, we are going to put that into logic. So it's based off not like real world logic. It is going to be based off of the rules that they set up in this universe. And in this universe, Incan magic, or was it Incan? Or what was it? Aztecian.
Yeah, Aztecian.
Aztecian magic is real. So they set that up just fine. The body swap, everything, like all of that made really good sense. The thing that dropped logic for me personally was the strength of the butcher. He felt just a little too overpowered.
I mean, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I mean, I think just because Universal now is in charge of like the Halloween movies, they were kind of probably like trying to make him Michael Myers, but not make him Michael Myers. And for the most part, it's like honestly amazing how strong Michael Myers is, but he's been that way since day one. And so I think I want to say that is actually kind of explained in the first movie, the original Halloween. But I can definitely agree with you there. It's like honestly, it just comes out of nowhere. Like, hey, I'm hella strong. You know, like no one can hurt me, literally, except for when I get shot at the end.
Yeah. I think that they were trying to go for a bit of a more real world strength, but
yeah,
his almost seemed superhuman because he was able to take
can agree with
Nyla and throw her against a table, and it was like across a room.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Or just like different things like that. Like anything he was able to do, he kind of threw anyone across the room. And so the scene with the bully that kind of barks in her face, she decided to try and get back at him and pick him up. And I consider myself a big dude. I'm 6'2". I'm like 200 pounds. Probably a bit more than that. But I consider myself a big dude, but I don't know if I could freaking lift up a 15, 16-year-old kid and hold him up against a wall like that.
I mean, but how tall is Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn, I think, is like 6'4", 6'5". Like, he's
so,
massive.
I don't know. Honestly, that, like, just lifting him against the bathroom wall, that, honestly, I can definitely let that pass because I could absolutely see that. I mean, but, you know, you got Shorty over here being 5'10" and all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, dude,
like other logic issues, because we ended up scoring at 88.5, so this is like pretty high, almost a 90.
Yeah,
but I think the strength dropped it a little bit for me.
No, I can agree with that in the same way.
And I also feel like the woodshop teacher kill also a bit.
Yeah,
I don't think that the saw would. First off, what kind of saw can cut a human being in half
without it getting stuck?
Yeah, and it was so she like threw him up on the table and then pushed him. Almost
and she pushed him so gracefully. Like she didn't have to put any effort into it. It's like no, so that is not how this should work.
Yeah, so it's like I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think those two things alone. So the strength and that particular kill. I'm also trying to think of maybe the kill with the cryo chamber. I don't know if they would shatter like that, like falling on the ground.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah. So
any volunteers?
For those reasons, it's getting. For those reasons, it's getting docked to 88.5.
Can definitely.
But overall, I think they did a really good job, even including the magical aspect to the world.
I
think it was really good.
Like, honestly, I didn't expect it to work as well as it did, but they proved me wrong. It did.
Yeah. Moving on over to effects. We ended up giving this an 83.5, which is probably the lowest.
Yeah, that is the lowest score so far.
Yeah, I honestly don't think there was too much like special effects. Like everything I feel looked really clean.
Like going back to the woodshop teacher, that split in half, those prosthetics looked fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know if it deserves an 83.5. Like, giving it some more thought, I think we could probably give it higher.
Yeah, I'm thinking
like,
so as well.
I'm trying to think of, like, all of the special effects. Okay, so the girl shattering, I feel like that looked pretty CGI.
Yeah. But
other than
like
that,
like every stab, every like cut, just anything involving blood actually did look really good.
Yeah, and there like the kills at the beginning, the one with the ratchet not the ratchet, the
tennis racket.
Yeah, that's it, racket. I knew it rhymed with ratchet. Yeah, the tennis racket, that looked amazing.
Yeah, like damn.
The kill with the bottle just like made me squirm. The spear against the wall, that looked really good.
The other girl, she was killed with the toilet lid, right?
Oh my gosh, that was brutal.
Yeah, that looked super good. But like also like damn. Ooh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that looked really good. I'm not. I feel like 85 is still on the lower end for this. What do you think?
I feel it's a solid 85.
Solid 85?
Yeah, that's just me. I can be talked up though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, because we did say that the ice freezing effect, that definitely looked pretty CGI, but all the prosthetics, they looked really good. But the rest of them, yeah, I think 85 is more than fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're changing our effects score to 85. All right, moving on over to music. What did you think of this one?
I mean, the parts that they added it worked really well with the scene. We had some headbangers in there, not gonna lie. Especially in the end credits.
Yeah. The soundtrack was pretty good. When the butcher was in Millie's body and dressed up like a total badass, the music that they were playing when she was walking into the school fit so well into that scene.
Oh, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. It was so well done. And the use of silence was really well used too. So when the butcher was hunting down Millie in the beginning, she was under the bleachers and it went completely silent. And when she was coming out, and the butcher comes and like jumps in front of her, and that's supposed to be like a jump scare. It wasn't too jump scary because I feel like they did a gradual tone.
That's
so
true.
it wasn't like a dun dun. It was like a growing volume, and I
It felt
appreciated
earned.
that.
Yeah.
Because like we've said, we hate nothing more than cheap jump scares.
Even though they
If
still
you
scare
want to
me.
jump scare us, you have to freaking earn it.
Yep.
And I think that they had plenty of opportunities to do some big jump scares, but they all felt very like soft. Like they weren't like really hard in your face jump scares. They were just like soft ones.
Yeah,
And-
no, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and I appreciated that because
Yeah, I did
I'm
as
a
well.
bitch.
Yes, he is. When he first, I think we've talked about this, but when I first got killed to watch horror movies, we literally had to watch the whole thing with the volume at like 4, with
Yep.
subtitles on.
With subtitles on. I'm still on the subtitles. That's just because my hearing is garbage.
Mm.
But I can watch movies a little bit louder now. I think I started watching them at like 10.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good because normally I watch I'll watch like normal TV shows or movies at like 13, 14.
Proud bro right here. Proud bro.
Yeah. So I've gotten better. But like we said, the use of music and the use of silence in this film, really well done.
Yes.
So we ended up giving the music an 8.
Very, very well deserved.
Absolutely. All right, next up we got costumes. So this one we actually also scored 8. And I love the costumes in this.
Oh, so good. I'm just gonna say right now, Catherine Newton in that red leather jacket. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say besides that.
Meow.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Meow. I like it.
Yeah, she's cute. And
very much so.
I really like the difference. Like they have like the contrast between Millie and Butcher Millie. And like normal Millie, like her hair is very not well kept.
Mm-hmm.
She wears a lot of sweaters and like knitted items.
Yeah.
And it's just like very plain looking. And when the butcher gets dressed, like we said, it's like a leather jacket, it's jeans, like things that like complement her. I don't know how old Catherine Newton is, so it feels weird talking about it, but it's just how they complement.
Let's
her
find
figure.
out. So that way we don't have to feel weird.
Yeah, if she's like still like not. How old is
She's
she?
24, so we're good.
Oh, she's our age.
Yeah. So
okay, I feel like this would have been weird to talk about. Like it would have been weird to talk about a minor this way.
yeah.
But yeah, so like she was wearing jeans. She was wearing kind of
Black.
like a tight shirt.
Yep.
What was it? It was like a black shirt.
Yeah, it's like a black like low cut V-neck.
Yeah, so just things that very much complemented her figure, and then even the hair. Like her hair was like, it was in like a ponytail, but it was just, you could tell like there was a huge difference between the two.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things that complimented her. And on top of that, I feel they even did a really good job with Vince Vaughn and his costumes. Like, he was wearing just some ratty old sweatpants.
Yeah, but it worked. It's simplistic, but it absolutely worked for his character.
Yeah, it worked super well. Just everything was just really well done. At least costume-wise. So, yeah, we ended up giving costumes an 8. So, again, really well deserved. I think these costumes stand out above some other previous ones. Like, I think our average costume score is, like, typically a 6. It's just, like, if it works for the characters.
Yeah.
The ones that stand out a little bit, we give a 7, and the ones that stand out a lot, we give an 8. Like, let's see what some other 8 ones. Like, we gave an 8 for costumes in We Can Be Heroes. Same with Wonder Woman 1984 and the Banana Splits movie. Like, they were exceptional.
Yeah.
So, very happy to give it an 8. All right, and then that brings us to our final category, which is our personal grade. So, Rose, you want to start?
Sure. Why'd you forget the words? Come on, man.
I know.
Anyway, freaky, fun ass horror movie. A blast from start to finish. Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton are incredible in this movie. If you guys want a fun ass horror film, it's like the horror R-rated version of Freaky Friday. Watch this. It's so good. So I am going to go. No, I'm going to go an 89.
Nice. All right. Gosh, I really enjoyed this movie. It was such a treat. Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton, like, I like Vince Vaughn as an actor. This is easily my favorite performance of his.
You know, shockingly, and I know this movie gets a lot of hate, but I love it. My favorite performance of his is actually him and Fred Claus.
I don't know if I've seen Fred Claus all the way through.
I don't know. I love that movie.
Yeah,
that's
one
movie I'll watch every year.
Like, that's another, like, that's one of those roles where it's like he plays himself.
And I feel it works.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, it works. Like, he definitely got typecast as, like, a quick-witted, can't shut up kind of person.
Yeah, true.
And in this, it just proves that he has more to him than that.
No, absolutely.
He can play terrifying and intimidating. He can play a little teenage girl.
Yep. Quite
and
well.
It's really freaking well. It is so much fun. And Catherine Newton, holy shit, like, she is incredible. I don't think there's been a movie that she's been in that I haven't liked.
Paranormal Activity 4.
There's only one movie that she's been in that I don't like.
Oh, that was great. That was perfect.
Dude, how old was she in that? Like, how long ago was that movie?
I don't know if I want to know because I thought she was like super hot in that movie. Let's find out. Let's see. Paranormal Activity.
Well, she was our age. If that makes you feel better.
Okay, so 2012. How old were we?
So 12.
We were just barely 16.
Yeah. That's fine. We were 16 too.
Okay, true.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that. She's super cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, her acting ability is so good. And I feel like she's able to move around quite a bit in the type of roles that she plays. Like
she really is.
She was just like a well-driven, motivated character in like Detective Pikachu. In this, she played two different types of people. One serial killer, one like peppy teenage girl.
Yeah.
She played some really good dramatic roles in the map of perfect, or perfect little things, or something like that, on Amazon. Great movie, recommend it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
She did really well in that. Her emotional scenes were just so good, and yeah, and that, like, I am so excited to see what the future holds with Kathryn Newton. She is easily one of my favorite up and coming actresses today.
I can definitely agree with that.
So I'm actually going to go a little higher than you. I'm giving this movie a 92. I loved this movie. It was so much freaking fun, and can't recommend it enough. So those two grades together average us out to a 90.5. So that means that the final All Bros letter grade for Freaky is...
Really quickly, I'm going to change this up because I feel whenever I drum on the table, you can't actually hear it. So drum noise, 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 drum noise. There we go.
Don't
that was awful, wasn't it?
Ever do that again.
Okay, I tried, I failed, okay?
Yeah, so don't.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just going to get a mini drum, okay? I'm just going to get a mini drum. I'm sure they make them.
They probably do. All right. Anyway,
Amazon, here I
come. The final grade for Freaky is a B+.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong B+.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, kinda. It's not our strongest B+, but it's up there. So it's sitting at an 87.37%.
Okay.
So it's really good. It's a super solid movie. So comparing this to some other B+ movies, this is 1% lower than The Prom.
Y'all know how I feel about that.
2% lower than Elf.
Okay.
2% lower than Better Watch Out.
Fair.
2% lower than Marriage Story.
Yeah, okay.
Right in line with Halloween.
Ooh, okay. The OG, right? Not the 2018?
Right. This is the OG. So it's actually 0.3% higher than Halloween.
Blasphemy.
It's like barely higher, but I
Still
don't
blasphemy.
disagree.
Oh, screw you, buddy. I'm just kidding.
It is 1% higher than Nightmare on Elm.
Yeah, okay, I can accept that.
Yeah, it is right. It's like damn near neck and neck. It is 0.2% higher than Psycho.
Ooh, okay.
It's 2% lower than Defy of Bloods.
Okay.
2% lower than Ready or Not.
Alright.
And 2% lower than Black Panther.
Alright. And much, much higher than Friday the 13th.
Actually, where's Friday the 13th? Oh, yeah. Much, much higher than Friday the 13th. That's not even fair. Like, Friday the 13th is sitting at a D.
I know. Well, I only said that just because you mentioned like how it went with Halloween and then Nightmare on Elm Street. So I figured, hey, you just might add that it's a lot higher than the other OG Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I kind of realize now that was a theme. Or so for all of our all of our October episodes. So we had Babysitter Killer Queen, Psycho, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm, and Halloween. The Babysitter was a C+, and Friday the 13th was a D, but all the other ones were B+ movies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this puts it like right in line with those movies, and it's hard to disagree. It is a super fun movie.
It really is. So, go check it out, guys. Please.
Yeah, please go check it out. Such a good film. Highly recommend. But that concludes this week's breakdown. If you guys like this episode, want to hear more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are pretty much anywhere that you can find them. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube, as well as some bonus videos that we'll make one day. More than likely after I move, we'll freaking hit the gas.
I just want to point out really quickly. Sorry, if because I want to go back to doing those like Blu-ray hunting videos. Have you seen how drastically Best Buy has cut down their physical media sections?
No.
It's not aisles anymore. It's literally just one facing on this side and then another facing on the other side. That's it.
Shit.
Yeah. Physical media is dying, people, at Best Buy, and this sucks ass. I'm pissed the hell off. Orem is still the same way, but yeah, AF has completely changed, and I'm sure Orem it's gonna happen to them next very soon. So, oh goodness gracious.
Well, if you want to hear more of that kind of stuff, that's what you can look forward to on YouTube eventually. You can also follow us on social media if you want to hit us up with an episode idea, want to answer our question of the week, or if you want to join us. We would love to have anyone on. We're on Facebook, facebook.com. Why did that sound weird coming out of my mouth? Facebook.com/The Allbros. Twitter and Instagram @The Allbros. You can also email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. Check out our website, tinyurl.com/The Allbros. Links are going to be in the description of the episode, so go check those out, please. Or if you want to buy some merch, you can find a link to that on our website, or go to tpublic.com/user/The Allbros channel. We'd love to hear from you guys, and hopefully they don't keep dropping our pictures.
Oh, for real though.
What was the most recent one that got dropped? Wasn't it Wonder Woman?
I think so. I'm pretty
that's
sure.
Horse shit. That is absolute horse shit. I drew that from scratch, you pieces of shit.
As you can see, Caleb is very passionate about his designs, as he should be, because they're fantastic.
I worked hard on that shit.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic.
Anyway, I'm pissed off.
Wait, really quickly, I want to make sure that... Oh, no, it was the Aquaman breakdown. I got pulled.
Oh, that's another one that's absolute horse shit. Freaking dumb. Freaking Warner Brothers. You can go suck a duck.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so next week, we will be breaking down Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah. This should be an interesting movie. I don't expect this to score very high. I mean, hopefully it surprises us.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
this
the
one,
first reviews are pretty
just a
good.
fun movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
The
we
first
wanted to do
reviews seem
something
really
fun
positive.
for everyone, and
So
this one seemed to fit the bill.
yeah.
So yeah, you guys can look forward to that next week, as well as some special announcements. But yeah, until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Deuces.
So bad. Just keeps getting worse every single week. I need to take vocal lessons. I think that's what it is.
Probably. How it goes, it's like a really good one, and then just like worse, and then really good one, and then worse.
Oh, man.